everybody, hope y'all are staying warm and cozy inside. So for today's look, I wanted to do something Kim K inspired. I don't know, I feel like I've seen her so much on social media recently, as always, but I don't know, I just feel like she came on my news feed a lot lately. So I thought, you know what, let's just do a Kim K inspired look. So this is kind of what I came up with, because I was looking on Pinterest and some of my other stuff, and I just noticed I think Kim always looks really good with a beautiful brown lip color and then just very dramatic eyes. So this is the look that we created for today. If you want to see how we did this today, please keep on watching and subscribe as well. I already actually put a little bit of moisturizer on my face, but I have this weird thing. I love massaging my face, and I feel like it actually prevents, helps actually like with blood flow in your face, and I don't think enough people do it anyways. So, well, I guess I don't think people do it enough, but that's more what I was trying to say. So, especially your forehead, because for me, I rub my forehead quite a bit, just more so because I do this sometimes, and I just want to make sure, like if you can see close up, I don't really have lines on my forehead, and I give a lot of credit to that. So blood flow, blood flow, blood flow, and it feels good. First up, again, I love to prime my face first, so I like to use Hangover. This is a great one, I think, especially if you're anything, I would say, like me, I'm pretty oily, so not really oily, I guess. I guess sometimes I feel like I am. So this is the one thing that makes my skin and everything be super balanced. I know that's probably where I took it to my neck and jawline, but I do take my makeup down to my neck, because I think one thing I used to do was I would kind of forget my neck, and then I have this white face, lighter, like a darker neck, you know, or light neck, darker face, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get away from that. So the next thing I will do is I'll use this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. I use the same eyeshadow primer for, I don't even know, I should probably try something new, but I want to say I've used it for over 7 or 8 years, so quite some time to be honest, but I'll just basically put this on my lid. So you can see there isn't really, I think, a method. And I like to do both eyes as I go. Again, I think I said this in another video as well, but it's just easier for me. I'm not somebody like I like to do one eye and another. I like to do both at the same time, then like my look just feels better altogether. Just put a little more. I love primer. If there was one thing I would say to everybody needs a good primer. Yeah, I think when it comes to like makeup products, I say I think like drugstore and some of those are perfectly fine, but I would say I think it's good to invest in a good primer, because it's like what holds all your makeup together, right? So just want to make sure. Well, to start with, I'm going to go in with this U Up over here. Sorry, this is U Up one. I think let's start with that. I'm going to go in the middle of my crease with that one, and then we'll take it from there. See how we feel. So beautiful. Gosh, I'm so excited. I was so excited going to Ulta to grab these. You guys have no idea. Oh, right. Yeah, I was just looking at my TV. So one of my favorite things to drink is Indian tea is my favorite. So I just use, if y'all ever want to know, it's all water, just water, milk, the tea, and then I put cardamom in it and honey. So instead of sugar, I like to use honey. I've been trying to stay away from sugar as much as I can. So just more of a health thing, nothing really else I would say. Okay, so what I'll do is just turn this side. like this shade. It looks almost like it's blending with my skin, I feel like. So I think I'm gonna keep that as well. And I don't know if it's just my eye shape or what, but I feel like I kind of have to get like, again, I'm not too precise with this color, but just kind of like to make sure it's well set, I guess that's the right term to use. I think going with this Just Friends, get a little more pop, and then we'll probably use this in our crease. We'll go with that on our eyelid. What the future looks like. And then put a little. To be honest, I think if I was doing something completely natural, I would probably put this shade all over my crease, put a little bit of a champagne color to pop my lids a little, or even choose this color all over my eye and just put some liner and call it good. Or even just mascara. Just want to see how it will look. So, same thing on this side, guys. Oh, I've been sneezing so much, goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty neutral. I think I may want a little more pop, but I'm kind of liking it so far. So if you guys can see, right, I'm not too precise with this. Again, gonna go all over, a little under my eyes, so I look up a little. Okay, so it practically I can blend with my skin. Just Friends, just a little bit. Because if you guys can see, it's so neutral, and I love it, to be honest. I'm not gonna kill it or anything. Kind of like how it looks. I just thought if I blend in something like this, just a little with it. It's giving me pink. Such a bad habit looking down. Again, I blend so much, if you guys can tell, and I think it's really like the biggest key to making your makeup look really good. Yeah, do you see this is a little, that gives it a little more color here. So I'm just gonna add that a little more here. Just Friends, and this on my other side a little bit. I love the colors. I am kind of speechless, to be honest. So I think it's also my eye shape. Like, I know some, like, I like to kind of keep it here. I want to blend in. I want to go for this color, yeah. I'm gonna blend this in my crease. Let's snuggle. Just sexy. Oh, so pretty. Alright, girl. Alright, and then we'll take her again. Hold our other side. So, looks pretty nice. I think it's, again, like my lids are going to be heavy, right? So I don't want to go too, try to look up and here. So just so you guys can kind of see a little bit of a side angle what I'm doing. So it's in my crease, right? But what I will do is take it a little up. Again, it's kind of like a weird, I think, personal habit. I just like to kind of blend through everything and just make sure all of it kind of is almost synced together. I hate like I guess I've done some looks where it looks good, but it just has to be sides here. Now I'll take just this other brush that we were using earlier, right? Just kind of, sorry, there. Coming together. All right, so go in with, I kind of wanted that black. We'll do that. So I'm gonna go in with Charmer. I feel like Charmer may be a good crease color for me. Sometimes I just feel it out, but to spice it up a little bit is, let's keep going. So we'll do it to our other side. I told you, just make sure. Great, I think if I want to go for something a little more natural, or something where it's just daytime. So I think this is great even for like a daytime smoky eye, to be honest. But I like a little more, I think like a dramaticness to my eyes. So I'll probably go with this actually color here in my hoodie, well, Huda Beauty little palette. I use this quite a bit. So I didn't see a color, I think, close to that on my Morphe palette, the one that I just bought. But again, I'm so obsessed with those shades, it's looking alright. So I'm just gonna go in with this right over where I had placed the other one. Oops, wrong side. Yep, okay, that's all I need. I'll do like a full black smoky eye sometime, but this is, I think, a good way. Black is harsh, not harsh, but like it's a dramatic color. You have to use it very, very precisely and carefully, but this color is stunning. This is just one of the brushes, by the way, I used from the Morphe palette, or Morphe little box. I just bought it. So honestly, that's all I need. And I like doing this. I like to go slow with color sometimes because I can add a little, right? Like, again, great natural daylight, great night light. Look. We'll put some lashes, we'll smoke our eyes out. It's all gonna come together. I used this earlier for my crease, and I just like to blend because I think that can sometimes look a bit harsh, like when you put something on your eyelid and then it doesn't mix well with the piece. I want to try a little bit of this under my brow, so let's see how it goes. So get up close in here. So I think I like bodies a little better, guys. You can see some of that shimmer out. Body language it is. Okay. I did my liner. If you can see, I just did a little bit of a wing liner. I bring my liner in a little bit. I did put some of that champagne color that I usually use quite a bit, that Unreal color from that Lorac palette that I have. For my lashes, I'm going to use my Lilly Lashes. I have the ones Miami. I always use these ones. I did grab a pair of my Kenosis that I thought about trying, but long story short, I need to cut them and I don't feel like it. I just set them and then I'll fix them once they start drying a little bit. You don't want to try to play with them too much when they're wet, once they straight in place. These ones sit very nicely too, just like that. There you go. It's a little hard for me to sit on camera, but I'll hook those pieces again, but we're good there. Where's medium ginger? I'm just going to use this to cover my beauty marks a little bit, just give my skin, I think, more of a flawless look. Now when I don't wear makeup, I don't mind my beauty marks, but I think when I have like a full face or something, I just don't like, it's just like my beauty marks sticking out. Some people do think it looks beautiful, but I think, I have a preference again. So I'm just going to go here, and I like to kind of just make sure while I'm doing it, get like a even, because I'll go over this with powder, so I just want to make sure. When I do this, I want to make sure, right, like my face is not uneven or anything. So what I'll sometimes do is, just like when I'm putting on my little beauty marks, I'll just blend it out like overall on my skin. I guess that makes sense. So for this next step, what I'll do is I'll actually take this, I have two of these MAC powders. I think one's the Studio Fix, and then the other one is Mineralized Skin Finish. My skin, like I'm like everybody else, in the summer I'm a little more tan than I am in the winter, just because I don't go out in the sun very much, but for me, once in the sun is plenty during the year. So what I will do is I'm just going to grab a little bit of both. So one's a little lighter, this one's a little lighter, that was a little darker. So I'll actually just mix them both, honestly. I don't mind it either. I'll just basically go, the primary area I focus on is actually this area that I want to cover and set. So everything else is not too bad because I'll actually, but I do like sometimes go everywhere just to kind of even out my face. So you'll see me do this a little bit of concealer and everything, but for the sake of this look. So you got these two. And I tap my brush a little, like if you guys hear that, just more so because I don't want to have too much excess access. I can't say it properly. My excuse has always been English is my second language. And then I'll come, when I'm doing this, I will get my neck. So my neck is not a different color. Put some baking powder just to make sure, or I have the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder. So I'll actually use that to kind of bake under my eyes a little bit, or not under my, I will do under my eyes too, but kind of just under my chin area, my overall chin area. And I'll let this sit because it needs to soak it all in. And then at the end, I'll actually do my chin a little bit. You'll see me probably do that, but I'm gonna highlight a contour and keep it 12 it. So I'm gonna do a booty. Looks like press it in a little, I feel like. But I'll leave that. Like under eyes. I'm gonna go pretty dramatic for today's look, just because I think with Kim K, if you guys ever look at her face, like under her eyes are very, very bright and light. And she's so absolutely stunning. Oh my gosh, like even without makeup. So I'll probably mainly use a lot of this. I'm just gonna use this kind of set my when it matches more my skin tone. This one's a little empty. Okay, they're gone. This matches my skin tone a little more, so I'm just gonna kind of go pretty heavy here, to be honest. So I'm just gonna kind of use a little of this to kind of set, and then I'll go back with the other one to go and make it even a little more dramatic. So I'll go into my eyes this area, bridge my nose, and I'll probably wait for the rest of the spots. So I do this one a little lighter. You don't have to do this way. Honestly, you could just go straight with the lighter one, but I just wanted to do more of like a heavier look. I think if it was something like more, I guess I would say if it was something like where I was meeting people more in person, I would probably just do one, but or just use this a little lighter the way I am doing it. But my beauty blender a little more wet. Okay, so the only thing I feel like about the Morphe thing sometimes is it just dries out quickly, I feel like, anyway, so just want to kind of get in pretty quickly. I think I got this little area right here I'm going to fix with the other one, but maybe it's just something that I need to keep in mind. But they're great products. I always use their concealer, and it's worked great for me, to be honest. So now we'll just go under here, primarily. Go here, little here. And this is really, really light. I think it's about like 3.5 shades lighter than mine. But it looks good with my, because I think I have the tan one set already, and so. Okay, so I almost look like a ghost, but we're getting there. And if something does not look good, I think feel free to use your fingers, right? Just to kind of feel it out. Like I have this little spot right there. It's almost like I think I just got too much product in there. We will fix it all. And then I'll just kind of where my chin is baking and stuff, I'll go back in there towards the end. Okay, so this piece is primarily done. What I'll do next is I'm going to get some baking powder and set under my eyes because it can crease pretty quickly. So same baking powder that you were using. Just need to do a trick for us when I did that, but let's see. My hair looks crazy. I bake everywhere because I'm oily again, so I'm comfortable baking my entire face. And then for my forehead, I'll just go over a little bit there. A bit there. I should walk like this one for Halloween. Very funny, it's like baking powder all over my face. Oh my gosh, so funny. Okay. And people will be like, what are you? I'm a makeup artist. Okay. Oof, excuse me. It's all good. Okay, so we'll continue with the rest of the face. So we're gonna let under the eyes and everything just sit a little bit. What we will do is just kind of work through the rest of the face. So I'm just angling a little because I want you guys to see things from an angle as well, and as well straight. So I'll just, the biggest thing is I'm gonna just clean under here or over here a little bit because we need to get a bright brows going. Please notice the lashes sat pretty well in the spot, and then again I just pinch that piece. I don't play with the rest of it. I just make sure when I wiggle it, it actually just helps right sit in place. So Okay, so for my brows, I'm gonna try the new brush. I actually really want to try it out of the Morphe palette, but it has this little side where I'll use to kind of, and I'll use this to kind of brush my brows. So let's just see how we're doing today, brow-wise. Kim has a beautiful arch in her brow, so I'm gonna go for that. But one thing I'm gonna try to do today is not go too over the top on my, like sometimes go a little over, so I'm gonna follow my comb. And I have like little feathery brows in front of it. So for my brows, I like to use out of my Morphe palette. I have this shade that matches my brow. Eyeshadow is a lot easier for me to fill in my brow. I know some people like pencil. If that works for you, continue doing it. You don't have to change it this way. I haven't honestly done it with pencil before. It's something I'd like to try, but I haven't done it personally. So. Oh wow, okay, this is really good. I like this brush. So. Okay. I'm not familiar with the brush, so I want to go lighter with my product here. And then what we'll do is, right here is where we'll arch. You can see, so we'll go. And this is a trick, I don't know honestly where I learned it, but you want to make sure you pull your brow a little, right? Like, especially when you're doing a look like this, you don't want it to wear like your brows end here, like use one end where it's looking good with your. Again, I got more product, I'm just feathering the remainder in there just to kind of. But this piece of my brow is very, very full, so I don't really need product. I just like to use a little bit. And then just voila. Okay. Now the same goes for my other brows. I'm just gonna kind of. I think one of my eyebrows are thicker than the other, so sometimes I have a hard time, to be honest, evening them out. It's a struggle for me, to say the least. So, okay, I'm gonna go. Hope you guys are able to see, but I'll kind of. I think this eyebrow is a little harder. I'm trying to get it as close as I can. Yeah, I feel like with shadow, it almost looks a little more natural for me, but then I love the way some people do it. I've always thought it looks so good. Then what I'll do is, again, no product, just there's a little bit left on the brush anyways, so just use that to fill this piece in. Now, if you don't have as, like here for me, if you guys can see, right, it's very, very thick and feathery, you could just put very, very little product, but use it in here first, and then just kind of make sure there's not a bunch on it, and then that's really it. Just kind of brush these out a little. You want to look close up because sometimes you can have little lighter spots, right? And if you do, just go back and just fill them in a little. Just kind of make sure your brows look full. And the same kind of goes with this side, and just kind of look in here a little bit. I'm kind of trying to look at this angle so you guys can see. Barely touching it, to be honest, but oops. Alright, so my brows are done. My brows are going to take a little bit of time, but I think they're pretty much evened out now. So I'll let my under eyes continue to bake for a little bit. I'll just clean here a little bit. Just brush some of this off. Because I've been baking for a little bit. And your brows are good. So I actually, you know what? Let's just clean it up, girl. So I got too much product on this side. If that happens, I would suggest if you're going somewhere, like I'm just doing a video, I may later, you know, do like a date night, but to this Morphe palette that we were using, right? I'm gonna actually go a little with this one. I think this may do the justice for me, to be honest, or charming one, but let's see. So, I think I'm gonna go a little darker on the edges of this, but I think that's probably fairly. I feel like every smoky eye is almost inspired we can. Literally not, I guess, a magic trick there, but just get under my eyes a little bit. Okay, we'll go. I'm gonna go a little more with, try a little bit of that charcoal or charmer. I think it looks like charcoal color. So I'll literally go, you go like right there, yeah, I think I like this a little better. Put the layer slowly, I guess. So that looks a little more dramatic. I think again, look, this looks a little softer, that's a little darker, or more, excuse me, more dramatic. So depends on kind of like, this is a good way again, like kind of what we were doing earlier, right? If we were trying to kind of do like a night and a day, lucky you could kind of come back and modify this a little if you want a little lighter. Touch up things a little. Now, what I will do, since I am kind of going a little more dramatic in honor of Kim K, I will just go in my waterline a little bit. This is a bit harder for me to show, but let's kind of try this. So. Okay, so waterline, no waterline. That's kind of the difference, I guess I would say. So again, maybe a little more day, maybe a little more night. Perfect. Okay, so my eyes, guys, is mainly done, I would say. Now, time to contour. So, to contour, what we'll do is a couple of things, I guess. Let's start with, okay. I'm gonna use my Studio Pro palette. I'm gonna go in with this brush. I have had it for quite some time, to be honest. So, Kim has pretty, I guess I would say, high cheekbones. So I like to kind of follow mine, to be honest, for this step, but if you guys would like to kind of follow with me, kind of mainly like to work by my ear almost. I used to go, I feel like, a little crazy, but now I'm a little more precise on this. I don't use liquid. One thing I would like to probably try sometime is use liquid and then put powder on top. Maybe, I think it's slightly heavy. It may be good for like a stage look, but I think it's heavy for in person because this feels heavy sometimes. So, just mixing the 3 darker shades because my skin tone is a little darker, and well, I feel like it's darker anyways. While I'm under here. Okay. So I'll do my other side. Just gonna apply my ear. I like to kind of keep the focus near your ear. You can come slightly closer, but I'm gonna kind of go. So, wait, just a little more. And you can go heavier, I think, under, like on your cheeks if you would like. I'll go with blush and stuff too, so I don't want to go too heavy. And then I'll do my forehead and then we'll get to my nose. So for forehead, kind of brush in my, I have a small forehead, but I think still like it's so important to make sure that you like your face evens out, right? So you don't want to like have it to where you have everywhere like contoured and highlighted, and then your forehead's just like this light spot. So. I feel like it makes you look healthier for some reason. Just being like a little more bronzed. So, okay, so that's all I would do for that. Now for my face, what I will go back and do is now I'll put a little bit of blush, or I forgot my nose. Excuse me, guys. So for my nose, okay, I may go a little heavier today, but I'll mainly start with this one, second to your right, or I guess, yeah, second to your right. So, okay, so I'm gonna look in here just so I could kind of try to guide you guys. But, okay, for me, it's tip, always. And then almost like you were a cat, I guess. And then you can almost follow your thing on your brow. To be honest, it's a piece of your brow, right? You kind of want to use that. And try to be careful of not putting too much product to start with. Keyword as I try. This is probably my favorite piece of my entire face. I love contouring my nose. I just like to blend down a little. I don't know if it's a good method. I think I just am. I don't want like streaks just like standing along my nose. So if you wanted a little heavier, you could go, but for me, this is plenty for my skin, to be honest. Otherwise, it can look too heavy in person. I think if you were going on stage, you could probably go slightly heavier, but. So I'm gonna use my Too Faced Beach Bunny. This is the one I have. Then I'll go my other side. So I'm gonna pull my mirror here, just like I'm gonna show you guys, but it's an important step. You don't want to miss it. I'm gonna do a couple, like maybe one more layer at the bottom of my eye. My trick is I let that sit for a second and then I'll go back. But I'm using Becca. Mine's broken quite a bit, so I'm gonna just be a little careful with this. So I'll just grab, usually you wanna have your little brush, but I'm just gonna use this brush today. I'll just go right there. Feather that on a little beautiful glow, and then to my other side. Compromise, y'all, compromise. Now I'm a little scared to go with this brush on my, so hands are magical. Use your hands. So I got about this much on my finger. I'm gonna go control, precise, or try to be precise if I can. Now if you go too wide with that, right, it'll make your nose look a little, so to just make my nose look a little more narrow, kind of go back and cut some of that out. Oh, my nose looks very narrow. Lips, we'll use the KK Beauty, I don't know what shade I got, to be honest. Let's see. Nude? I think it literally just says nude when you buy it, like I got it off the Ulta thing, but excuse me. Okay, so my trick line lips, right? So I'll go a little below. So then my lip a little. this is kind of where you want to stay if you want to make your lip look a little more plump in this area. So you just want to underline here a little bit, ideally. So. I should probably fill in the top a little bit. So basically fill that in. And I'm going to use for today, I wanted to use a new Morphe, this is like a new Morphe lip color I got. I'm super excited to try it. It's called Free Bird. Okay, so I'll go. So basically, oh, so pretty. This is my Kim K inspired look. If you love it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe as well. I'll go ahead and do my hair for another separate video following this. I'll link that up right above if you guys wish to. Otherwise, I'll also put a link in the comment, or you can find it on my channel as well if you subscribe. We'll chat next time. Stay safe and see you then.